Hello all my Libra pals. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brandy and this is Sacred Arcana Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a love reading for the month of March. This is going to be a new tarot spread for me, so bear with me as I familiarize myself with it. I have already shuffled for you, so let's get to your reading, Libra. Interesting. Woo! Not a single reversal. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so what we have here, these three cards indicate the current situation. It's kind of like the scene setters. These two show where the direction of the situation is going. And this is the outcome. So Libra, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Well, let's start with the Ten of Wands. It feels like you are putting a lot of burdens, a lot of past issues behind you. It feels like you're walking away, almost like you have reached a point where you've decided whatever has happened before is no longer serving you. So you're moving on to the next phase of your life. Generally, this card shows a person with 10 wands on their back and they're being, bent over because of all the burdens. This is different. She's packed up. She's really taken charge of her situation. And she's moving on. So this also can mean keep going. Don't give up. You've got everything that you need to succeed, and you know it. You've packed up all of your belongings that you need to move on to the next phase. So you definitely are releasing burdens, and you know that the universe has your back, and you're like, well, you know what? It's time to go. So let's see. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, I love me some pentacles. Pentacles bring a smile to my face. So the Nine of Pentacles, this shows a woman who has really worked on building her abundance. Everything that she has achieved, she's done it on her own. She's, put down goals that she set for herself, and she's met those goals. Most of the time, she has exceeded her goals. This is a very happy card. This is very much a card of contentment. Happy where you are. Happy with what you have even. You've got enough that you can see the fruits of your labor here. I mean, this is definitely kind of like a card of harvest where you have your money's come in and you're like, look at this, isn't it beautiful? So I get the impression, Libra, that for most of you, money isn't really an issue. You're comfortable where you are career-wise, and it almost feels like, sorry, you guys may hear some kids. I have my windows open because last week it was barely out of the 20s, and this week it's in the 60s here, so so I'm enjoying the little bit of time with the windows open. But this feels like you are very comfortable in your career, very comfortable with where you are in life. This feels like you have moved from a place of want into this phase. Now, this could be just a mindset. Maybe you are moving on saying, you know what, it's time for me to find someone. I've succeeded in all the other areas of life, but I haven't succeeded in love, and that's what I want to focus on. I want to head out and, put away any past issues or mindsets that I may have held about relationships and partnerships that I'm ready for. So your next card is the Three of Pentacles. Ooh, lots of pentacles for you, Libra. So you're definitely in a situation where you're not having to worry about money. This feels very much like the only thing you're lacking in is the partnership that you're looking for in life. And this very much is a card of community, of cooperation, teamwork, definitely partners, you know. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're moving from like a barren, alone, dusty even area into a very comfortable with yourself, comfortable where you are in life, but lacking in a partnership, looking for partnership in love. So let's go down here. This is the direction that you're headed in. Now, this card overlaps these two cards, so it kind of amplifies these two cards. This is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, he's very much in touch with his emotions. He's got one finger in the bowl of water, so he's always got his finger on his emotions. He's always asking himself, how do I feel? Am I happy? You know, is this right for me? He has no issue showing his emotions. He has no issue telling people how he really feels. He's a very good manifestation of emotional emotional intelligence, right? So like he's comfortable with his emotions, but he's also able to deal with his emotions. So if something triggers him where all of a sudden he's really angry or really sad, he's able to look inward and go, okay, why did that trigger me? He's a very nurturing person. This could be, I mean, this almost feels like what you're looking for. This almost feels like you're trying to manifest this type of person. Maybe even someone who's a little bit older than you, who is also pretty set in life. You know, they've worked in a career for a while. They have, you know, had some lumps and bumps in life, so they understand that what it takes to succeed. Not someone who's going to be kind of flighty, up in the air, kind of, you know, hot and cold. This definitely is someone who is balanced, mature, and focused. He is focused. His eyes are closed. He's focused on his emotions. He's focused on his inward self. This is someone you can definitely rely on. They could be a little too emotional for you. As in, they could be a little too sappy. You might be a little bit more practical, a little bit more pragmatic, and they're the type that would bring you roses for anything. And you might be like, you know, the flowers are just going to die in like a week. You could have saved that money. We could have went to dinner or something like that. We could have saved it for a trip. You know, so this is the type of person that will do things just because. Okay, so, and I think that I think this really is kind of a manifestation, like your ideal that you're looking for. On one hand, you want someone who's romantic, that'll bring a smile to your face for no reason at all. But the other side of you is very much longing for this because it's like you've gone through a period where you haven't had anything like that, and you really want to experience it. Definitely. So let's look at this. You have the Seven of Cups. Well, my goodness, Libra. All of a sudden you get choices. And it's interesting that the Seven of Cups overlaps the Two Pentacle cards. This feels very much like, not that you have choices in front of you. This feels more like you have internal choices to make. You have to decide, number one, what exactly you want in a partner. You know, what kind of relationship are you looking for? What kind of romantic life are you looking for? Are you just looking for someone who maybe it's a little less sexual and more friendly? Maybe you're just looking for someone who will want to travel with you. Maybe you are looking for someone not to move in with, but where they have their own place and you have yours. You guys, you know, maybe get together. Maybe one person comes over to your house. as to where there is a partnership, there is a relationship, but there's also a separate space, right? So almost like part of you is afraid that you will lose your, I don't want to say abundance. This doesn't feel like you're worried about losing wealth as much as you're afraid of losing yourself. Like, if you've worked hard to get where you are, you don't want to leave your career. It feels like you don't want to stop being who you are, which is absolutely the way it should be. But it's almost like you have a fear that if you're going to get into a partnership with someone, you're going to have to lose some of this. And that's just not true. That doesn't have to happen at all. It's just about finding the right partner. It's about finding the people that fit with you and your lifestyle. So don't be afraid to make a choice. Don't be afraid to try new things. But once you decide, okay, look, I'm not going to be comfortable with someone who wants to move into my house, that has no job or, whatever it is that might be bothering you, then just be honest with whoever you end up going out with. Just say, look, I want a relationship. However, I don't want to cohabitate. I don't want to do that. I want us to have separate living spaces. I want us to, maybe travel together, whatever it is that you want. There is someone out there for you that is looking for the same thing you are. So do not be afraid to ask and choose what you need in life, Libra. Not what you think other people might think you need. Okay, so here is the outcome. My goodness. You have the Judgment card, Libra. Holy free holy. So, I love this card. Instead of it being that traditional, everybody's coming out of the graveyard, this is all about her. This is all about her realizing her own true needs and, her authentic self. And this definitely flows down from what I was saying with this. This could be the ideal that you're thinking you want, but a part of you is scared to make a choice. You have to really own yourself. You got to really know your motives, your authentic self is what I'm trying to say. Your true heart, what it is you really, really want before you can manifest it. But the good thing is, Spirit is saying that in March, you're going to do it. You're absolutely going to do it. You're going to have to work through these emotions. This very much shows me that you are grounded. You are a very grounded and practical person, Libra. But you got to work through this. You got to really look at who and what type of person you want to become involved with, who you want to spend your time with, what attributes and personalities they really have. These are things you really need to have a firm knowledge of and be comfortable with. Don't let someone kind of lead you into something that you feel the least bit comfortable with. I don't think you'll do that, but just be mindful. You might come across some people that say, well, I don't understand why you're being like this. It's because that's what I want. It is what it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, we're not meant to be together. Move on. There's plenty of efficiency. And I know people say that all the time, but it's true. So, really look at yourself. Look at your inner soul and go, okay, what is going to make my soul shine? What type person? What do I want out of a partnership? Because ultimately, that's what the love is. Love is a partnership. You have to reflect out the kind of love that you're looking for. So you really need to go within and focus on that and go, okay, do I want someone who is maybe a workaholic like me? Someone who values their career over anything else? They don't want children, whatever it is, You need to be aware of that. You really need to know what you're looking for in life. And Spirit is saying you are going to get there in March. I will say this, Libra. I don't think you're going to meet someone in March. Some of you may be looking at this and going, well, I have choices. Yes, you always have choices. But if you meet someone, I don't think it's going to be someone that's going to stick around for a long period of time. I mean, this definitely feels to me less like a person you're actually going to meet, more like an ideal that you're looking for. So, Libra, that's good and bad. Probably not going to meet anyone, but you are definitely going to really get a feel for who you are and the type person that you want in life. Libra, I hope you got something out of this reading. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated with you, if you can relate to any of this, if you're a workaholic especially. If it did resonate with you, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ding that bell notification. Lets you know when I upload new videos. Libra, have a wonderful day. Take care, much love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.